So hi, good evening folks. So in this video I'm going to demonstrate how the brute force attack is done on one Ubuntu server using the Splunk and log forwarder, so that we can uh, find out, or we can we can just get the report of attack. While doing the attack, we can just get the output where the logs are stored. So firstly, we would like to explain how the installation is done on Ubuntu of the Splunk SIEM. So firstly, we will use the command of wget splunk, this one. uh, we will download it from the internet, and then what we will do is just simply download and download into the downloads directory. This will automatically will get installed in this one. And after that, what we will do is we will just hit the command by setting the username and password. The login Splunk will be open administrator, and we will use to enable it by using the command Splunk reboot. And then we will just open it the according to we will open it. We will just enter the command boot start. It will be automatically be get started, and this screen will appear. And after that, what we will just enter the command netstat at the port number 9997. It is already running on this one. And then we have to like start our Splunk daemon on port number 127.0.0.1, and this is the IP address. So we have just added the forwarding in of the second Ubuntu server, so to just monitor how the things are just getting. And if you will enter the command index is equal to star, it will tell all the logs that are recently been generated over this one. So at the Kali Linux, we will just add our name over there. Like my name is Abhijit, so I will just enter my name. So with the help of this one, through the Kali, we will enter a brute force attack on the Ubuntu server. So we will type the command who. It will tell the basically what is this working, who's the administrator of the Ubuntu Splunk, right? So we need two Ubuntu and one Kali Linux. With the help of this one, we can just simply uh, install the SSH key, so that we can uh, get the administrative access to the Ubuntu server. So I will just write down the SSH Abhijit and the IP address of my Ubuntu Splunk one. If I will enter, we have to use the sudo because it will be on the root directory. So I've just entered my password. So I'm successfully logged in, and I can easily access of this one Ubuntu. Then I will just go back to Splunk 1 where I just installed my Ubuntu. So here we need to actually start our Splunk, and how we can just do it I will show you in the upcoming video. So we'll just open the Microsoft Office or any other browser that we have in our Ubuntu, so that we can just type onto the URL to just open to the administrative. So I will write 127.0.0.1 and the port number is 8000. It will directly go to the Splunk administrator. So I have already installed and set it down. So I will just log in. So this is the login page. So this is the like UI where we just need to grab it. Just click on settings and click on forwarding and receiving. Then we have to generate the receiving data for the log. So I just need to reconfirm my IP address. So that's why I just write down the ifconfig, and I just started the Splunk. So just I have already created the listen port at 9997, so that's why I'm using. So I just came back at my home page and just click onto the search and reporting. So here what I need to search is, I just type the index is equal to star. So what will happen is, and when I just attacked, so the log file will be saved in the source file where the log var log auth.log file is saved. So this is the output, how it comes. Yeah, this one. So when I will write the IP address, so these are the all passwords that I have already like added to the nano file in the Kali machine, and there is a last word vagrant, that's a password. So when I just created that and I just installed the Hydra and just trying to attack it, so it will successfully give it me the username and password of the Ubuntu machine. So I've just installed the Hydra and just attacked the Splunk Ubuntu by using the Hydra. Here you can see there is a host, which is the IP address and the login and the password of both, not both, for Ubuntu is there. So here we can see there is a lot of logs, file, password from where the attack is done, source type is. So here you can see I have just typed the search from where the attack is done. So attack is done through the Kali Linux. So here you can see is the time, and the machine is Abhijit virtual machine. SSID is given and the port number is given, at what port number is attack is done. Host is given. The source file is also given, varlog auth.log, and the source type from where the, what kind of source, it was the Kali Linux, so that was the Linux secure was done. So that's all about the brute force attack done by the Kali to the Ubuntu Splunk. And with the help of Splunk we can just monitor how the attack is done, from where the attack is done, at what time, every each and everything logs can be created over here. So basically the, now I will tell you. So basically the brute force attack, a brute force, what is brute force attack? A brute force attack is a hacking method that uses the trial and error to crack the password, login credential, and encrypts encryption key. So here I just recently told you I've just added so many text, and at the last I just added the current correct password of the Ubuntu machine. So it was trying to hit and trial method. He just copied the first line, just paste it. If it is not the correct password, it will come back and then check the second line, and then so on. So the last, when it came to the point where the vagrant was the password, it just tried that password and it was successful. Implementations that we can apply to just protect our individual or our organization from the brute force attack is, we can just apply the strong passwords that the users to use long and complex passwords with a mixture of letters, numbers, and special characters. Second, the account lookout would be there. Just set up the account lookout policies that temporarily block the login attempts from after a certain number of failure tries. So here I just tried like 8 to 10 times. So the Ubuntu was unable to just detect and block that account. So this would be the second criteria. Third, what we can do is the rate limiting. That means to implement the rate limiting mechanism to limit the number of login attempts per time period for specific IP address. So fourth one, what we can do is we can apply the multi-factor authentication. Then there might be a CAPTCHA we can use. CAPTCHA challenges to differentiate between the human users and the automated bots. Uh, Last but not the least, we can add is monitoring and logging. Continuously monitor logging attempts and fail login to the detected suspicious patterns and uh, potential attacks. This would be helping in all these. So the last would be the regular updates. So keep your all the software and application up to date to patch vulnerabilities that attackers might exploit, right? I will tell you why the brute force attacks are just exist. So because of the human behavior simplicity, brute force attack involves systematically uh, trying all possible combination of characters until the character is found, and the lack of security measures is also there. Some systems may have proper security measures in place, such as account lookouts or rate limitations, which could detect or prevent the brute force attacks. And the fourth one would be valuable data. Cyber criminals are brute force attacks to gain the unauthorized access to sensitive information, financial data, and personal details or valuable assets. And the last one would be the automated tools. The availability of the automated tools and the software makes it even easier for the attackers to conduct brute force attacks on a large scale. So this was the project. We just tried to hack, not try to, we just successfully hacked the Ubuntu server. On Ubuntu, we just used three machines, Kali to attack, one to configure the Splunk on Ubuntu, and the third one is Ubuntu for log forwarder, just to uh, monitor the attack that which was done by the Kali Linux using the brute force attack. So that's all about us. Thank you so much.